Chapter 19, Mishnah 3. The previous two Mishnahs dealt with the status of the ropes of a bed. The four Mishnahs that follow discuss other parts of a bed. Our Mishnah discusses a cloth band known as a mizran that was wrapped tightly around the bed frame to keep the pieces of the frame together. It is thus considered a part of the bed that shares its status. If the bed becomes tameh, the mizran will become tameh as well. If the band is longer than necessary to go around the bed, some of the band would hang loosely from the bed. The Mishnah discusses whether the extra length is considered part of the bed. The part of the mizran that hangs loosely and extends from the bed becomes tameh along with the bed, no matter how long it is, i.e., even if it is very long, the entire extra length of the mizran becomes tameh together with the bed. These are the words of Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Yossi says only up to 10 tefachim, hand breadths, i.e., only the 10 tefachim of the mizran that are closest to the bed are considered part of the bed and become tameh with it. While Rabbi Meir and Rabbi Yossi disagree about how much of the mizran can become tameh when the bed becomes tameh, they agree that the entire mizran can become tameh if a source of tumah touches any part of the mizran. However, like all Keilim, the mizran is capable of becoming tameh only as long as it is suitable for some function. If it becomes worn out and torn, and no longer usable, it is considered a broken utensil, which cannot become tameh. Our Mishnah will now define the length of the mizran that must remain for the mizran to be considered a kli, and thus become tameh when touched by a source of tumah. For the remnants of a mizran, i.e., of a mizran that had become worn out and torn, to become tameh, it must have a minimum length of 7 tefachim, which is large enough to make it a flap for a donkey, i.e., a flap of thick cloth that would be placed on the back of a donkey to prevent it from getting chilled. Since a mizran measuring 7 tefachim can be used for this purpose, it is considered a kli, and can thus become tameh. If the mizran measures less than 7 tefachim, however, it has no use and is not able to become tameh.